All right, let's get this show started.
Let's start today's news with Dana White saying Kamaru Usman is the welterweight GOAT. Usman held the welterweight title from 2019 until 2022, successfully defending the belt 5 times. While acknowledged as a dominant champion, many fans still consider Georges St-Pierre as the greatest welterweight of all time due to his longevity as champion. Contrary to popular opinion, while speaking on the Pound for Pound podcast, Dana White made it clear that he considers Kamaru Usman as the welterweight GOAT, even over GSP, and doesn't think it's even a conversation.
UFC, you went through death and row of the baddest motherfuckers in the sport in your division that you could possibly fight, right? So when you talk about a Kamaru Usman, who went through him twice, you might not like Kamaru, you might not like whatever it is you don't like about him, but you cannot deny that he's the greatest welterweight of all time.
Ooh, you put you.
Can't deny it.
It's gonna start some.
Can't deny it. You can't deny it. You can.
You're hearing it from Dana White, everybody.
Listen, don't like Kamaru all you want. Whatever you don't like about him, that's your fucking deal.
No, I fucking love
You can't deny it.
It's not bored.
You can't fucking deny
I was
it.
talking.
Flooding Twitter, fans were quick to disagree. One fan wrote, "The version of Woodley he beat was the most beatable champion I've seen." Then he went on to beat Colby twice, Masvidal twice, Burns, avoided Bilal, Luque, Hamzat. He hates GSP because GSP backed out of a deal they made. He retired after winning the middleweight belt without defending it. He promised DFW he would defend it one time, and he didn't. Probably because Kamaru still gets him paid. LOL, gassing him up to keep fighting. 4 of 5 of Usman's successful title defenses were against Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal. Don't talk to me about death row of the baddest motherfuckers in the sport and doing it twice. Usman is closer to Tyrone Woodley than he is GSP. GSP all day. If Leon Edwards had Dana on his podcast, he wouldn't say Usman is the GOAT welterweight. Not saying he would say Leon, but 100% he wouldn't say Usman. GSP is top 3 or 4 fighters of all time. Dana needs to stop. As soon as Kamaru retires and doesn't promote the UFC anymore, then the current welterweight champ will become the greatest welterweight of all time. Kamaru almost lost to Colby twice. GSP would have folded him. One fan compared the two fighters' statistics side by side, saying, "Conversation's over. GSP had 9 title defenses, Kamaru had 5. GSP had 8 unique opponents during his title reign, while Kamaru had 1. Victories over UFC world champs, 6 for GSP, 2 for Usman. Rounds fought, 62 GSP, 48 Usman. Strikes absorbed, 497 GSP, 647 Usman. Combined record of UFC opponents, 438 to 80 for GSP, 281 to 70 for Usman. Aljamain Sterling grapples with Jamahal Hill. Aljo is gearing up for his UFC featherweight debut against Calvin Kattar at UFC 300. In a recent YouTube video, Sterling grappled with former UFC light heavyweight champion Jamahal Hill and presented him a formidable challenge. Here's a clip. You can check the full video on Aljo's YouTube channel. We've attached the link in today's video description, found below.
But at a more moderate pace. He's a big boy, grappling with Jamahal. He let me start mostly from the dominating top position, trying to control him. I think I did a relatively good job maintaining the half guard position, side control positions, and I think I even got to his back. But I'm also so much smaller, so I kind of like slip into like these weird places when these bigger people try to explode and get out of these positions. And even then, he was trying not to use his size and his strength as much, which was good for him. From a technical standpoint, for him to work on some of the things that he's going to need to tighten up. Because if he can hit those type of things without using his strength and trying to be just a bigger person, I think that's going to go a lot further for him than just muscling out of everything. It just lets me know that I don't need to be 260 to dominate somebody. I mean, yeah, they can explode a couple times, but when they get tired, if you're in a bad position, you're just in a bad position. So I definitely feel good about it, and I know that I could do a lot better than people may want to admit, because they just can't wrap their head around someone that much smaller than them, actually being able to control them and pin them down and submit them. But this is reality.
Alex Pereira reveals how he approaches females. Pereira and Poliana Viana have recently fueled dating rumors due to their frequent interactions together that have been posted on social media. Now, in a recent YouTube video, the UFC light heavyweight champ revealed his secret to successfully approaching a girl.
De boa, a vida é mina dele. Vou dar uma clareada na pele.
Na manha. Aí, tá vendo? Pô, é bárbaro, não é bárbaro não, pô, tranquilo.
Como é que chega numa mina então, dá uma cantada?
Na cantada? Você pode dar, fala pra ela assim, você chega nela e fala assim, caramba, você é a cara da minha primeira namorada. Aí ela vai ficar assim e tal, né, velho? Fala, pô, o cara tá me comparando e tal. Aí ela fala, como assim? Aí você fala, é porque eu nunca namorei.
Jorge Masvidal sends a fiery warning to Nate Diaz. Masvidal and Diaz are set to meet in a 10-round, 175-pound professional boxing match on June 1st at the Kia Forum in Los Angeles. The duo previously fought in November of 2019 at UFC 244, with Masvidal defeating Diaz via third-round TKO to claim the promotion's inaugural BMF belt. In a recent video posted to Instagram, Gamebred, who's looking to be in pretty good shape, sent a warning to his rival and revealed his motivation for why he wants to beat Diaz up so bad.
My name is Jorge Gamebred Masvidal, and I'm here at Project Wellbeing getting myself ready to put it all on the line, to throw down and to murder this motherfucking fool called Nate Diaz, June 1st, fan meal, pay-per-view. Don't miss out, get the pay-per-view now because it comes out way cheaper if you get it later. And only tune in if you're into violent stuff or going into funerals because I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Nate, I hope you're watching this. Nate, I hope you're training because you know I only got one thing in mind when I step in there, and that's to break your talking face. All the shit talking you've been doing since our first fight. Now we get to settle all that shit. The doctor saved your life last time. God's gonna have to intervene and save your life this time, brother.
Walt Harris tests positive for PEDs. Harris has become the first fighter to face suspension under the Combat Sports Anti-Doping Program. The UFC heavyweight fighter has received a 4-year suspension after testing positive for drostanolone, its metabolite, and exogenous testosterone in samples collected on June 24, 2023, as well as July 12, 2023, as confirmed by a UFC announcement. The 40-year-old fighter will be eligible to compete again in July of 2027, as his suspension began on July 11th. Harris had previously accepted a 1-year suspension from the Nevada Athletic Commission following a positive test in June of 2023. The PFL is interested in signing Conor McGregor. PFL founder Don Davis is poised to make a significant impact in free agency, potentially involving Conor McGregor. The Irishman is currently eyeing a return to the cage this summer, likely against Michael Chandler. In recent weeks, McGregor has shared insights into his MMA future, disclosing that he only has 2 fights left on his contract with the Dana White-led organization. During a discussion on the MMA Hour, PFL founder Don Davis addressed Conor's free agency, where he extended an invitation not only to McGregor, but also to other top-tier athletes like John Jones, emphasizing the PFL's readiness to host massive fights and grand events in the future.
Well, not addressing Conor per se, but just addressing any fighter, whether it's John Jones, whether it's Conor McGregor, anybody. The market understands that we now have the capital to do anything. The market understands that our desire to think differently is unlimited. And the market understands that our partners want to stage the biggest fights in the world beyond what's ever been done. So we don't need anything that we don't have to make the biggest fights happen with the biggest fighters on the biggest stage. So anybody who's interested, whenever they're available, we're ready. And we're the most creative, and we're the most aggressive, and we're the most interested. So that applies across the board.
Time for today's top memes. Third place was found over on Instagram and was posted by Not WWE. The second place meme was found over on Instagram and was posted by As Shopped As It Gets. And the top picked meme was found over on Reddit and was posted by Cumberfook MMA 2.
What the f is that? I've never seen nothing like it. This guy is a fucking genius.
Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.